Hey everybody, I'm Philip.
And I'm Justin.
And together, we are Pajamas. Just to let everybody know, we are in the same weekend as Dreamland. I mentioned that because we had not planned on watching anything this weekend. I wanted to wait until I was completely healed, from shingles to be on camera. But due to the snowstorm, we have some extra days together, which is very rare. Our time together is ridiculously rare. I know a lot of you keep saying, watch this TV show and watch this TV show. We would if we could. We get 1, maybe 2 days a week together, and we have a bunch of other stuff to do, so we have to try and fit in what we can when we can. But now we have some extra time together, and I was like, I didn't really want to record yet, but between that and knowing for sure that downstairs neighbor will be quiet because it's a freaking blizzard outside.
When are we going to get another opportunity like this?
Exactly. So we're taking advantage of it. I have not recovered completely from shingles, so I hope it doesn't gross you out. If it does, I'm sorry. Yesterday was the first day I could actually edit in a long time, so you know how happy I was when you were like, how are you?
It was very satisfying.
Yes. I hate doing nothing. I hate just feeling unaccomplished. But that's not why we're here. We're here because we've been very, very, very freaking patient. Because of the shingles and the COVID and the setback, we have had to hold off on the final 2 specials in the bridge, the toll bridge, as you like to call it, from seasons 4 to 5. We left off Waters of Mars, and we're like, oh my God, what happens now? We finally get to find out. We're going to watch part 1 of whatever this is now.
This is the moment that we've been waiting for.
For a while, like for weeks. For weeks. So, again, the intros for these are going to be long because it's been a while and there's a lot of information to relay to you, the viewer, just as there will be information for us, the viewer, upcoming soon. The video as we take it in. So yeah. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, me too. All right. Without further ado, let's get into it.
They forgot their nightmares of fire
Yay.
and war.
Perhaps he's coming back.
That would make my Christmas.
John Sim. Nuh-uh. I hope that's who I think it is.
Now, sorry. There you are.
Yay.
Got married. That was a mistake.
Good Queen Bess. And let me tell you, her nickname is no longer... Anyway.
It is returning, and he is returning, and they are returning.
Tonight, Mrs. Saxon. He returns.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you hear it, Lucy? The noise! The drumbeat! You will obey me!
Till death do us part, Harry!
Wow.
Prepare the gate.
There's a lot going on. It's a good thing.
Wears a brown suit, maybe a blue suit. He's got a long brown coat. Modern sort of hair, all sticky uppy. Right? And on page 2.
Holiday 1962.
Well, you misbehaving, Minnie.
I certainly was. Well, hey.
I know her. Is she the mom from AbFab?
Right, so phone around.
Meat and gravy, and cream and beer, and pork and beef and fat and great big chunks of hot and wet and red.
I don't know about that. Fornox.
Gorgeous. Take a photo.
Not bad, eh? Me next.
I'm Minnie. Minnie the Menace. It's a long time since I had a... Keep smiling.
Is that your hand, Minnie?
Good boy.
Over and over again, like something's still connecting us.
Well, what's so important about me?
Exactly. Why you?
They're doing this again?
I'm going to die.
Well, so am I one day.
Don't you dare.
All right, I'll try not to.
Even if I change, it feels like dying. Everything I am dies. Some new man goes sauntering away. What?
Look, can't you make that better?
Stop it.
Don't you touch this car!
Sean Temple, they're engaged.
Hold on, she's not going to be called Noble Temple. It sounds like a tourist spot.
No, it's Temple Note. She's making do.
Aren't we all?
Amen.
Travelling alone. I thought it was better, but I did some things that went wrong.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and you.
The final day.
What? Wasn't expecting him.
Blood food. Pots and plates. Meat and flesh. Grease and juice.
Food porn?
What is it? What's inside your head?
Oh, snap.
Oh, love from Donna. Did you keep the receipt?
Yes, I did.
All right, now, whoop, she's on. She's on. It's our sovereign.
Hey?
Can you see that?
Frankly, I tell Her Majesty it's time for trouser suits.
No, that's not the... I did my duty.
You never killed a man.
No, I did not know, but don't say that like it's shameful.
Mm-hmm.
It's all part of the convergence. Maybe touching Donna's subconscious.
That's awesome.
Dr. Donna.
Dad, what are you up to?
Ooh.
Get out of here.
Merry Christmas.
Right where you are!
You can't come with me.
Oh, you're not leaving me with her?
Dad!
Fair enough.
Mom, just do listen to me. I'm a minute. Come back here! Come back here, I said! Come back! Shouting at thin air. Yes. Yes.
Naismith!
Harold Saxon was Prime Minister of this stupid country. I am choking in this thing. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Okay.
It was moved to an institute known as Torchwood. But when Torchwood fell, where it encourages some sort of cellular regeneration. And Miss Collins was our test subject. It can restore the body forever. Hence its given title, the Immortality Gate.
Just a second out of sync. Don't want the master finding the TARDIS. That's the last thing we need.
Yeah.
Shimmer. Shimmer.
Oh, my lord. She's a cactus.
Miss Adams. Just excuse me.
It doesn't just mend one person at a time.
That would be ridiculous.
It mends whole planets.
Oh, snap.
He set the template for human!
No. They're not gonna think like me. They're gonna become me.
That is all they were before.
Oh no.
Doctor! She's starting to remember.
It's me.
I'm president. President of the United States. Look at me. The human race was always your favorite, Doctor. There is no human race. There is only the master race.
This was the day the Time Lords returned. For Gallifrey.
Holy shit. That was another goosebump moment.
Yes.
Wow.
I wasn't sure how they were going to top the waters of Mars, and well, this is it. They did it.
It's another goosebump. Man, that Time Lord's return. Dang. Wow. Yeah. Got goosebumps. Well,
as usual, the Doctor saying that it's impossible. Well, now it's possible.
Also, no one is ever gone. No one's ever dead. And I gotta say, when I first saw Saxon, all right, cool. I like the Master. I like all that. I'm not usually a fan of people with like blonde dye jobs and scruff, but gonna say the Master in this episode is looking kind of sexy.
I can see that.
Just saying. Sorry if that makes you feel weird. Just want to throw that out there. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Well, I would say, one, it was worth the wait. Holy crap. Two, we were talking, this got to be big. Don't get much bigger than the Master coming back, and Granddad is there, and Don is there, and the Master takes over the entire human race, and on top of it, the freaking Time Lords are coming back or something with Timothy Dalton. I said during the episode, there's a lot going on here. Like, oh, look, and then the lady in the TV. Who is that, and what's her role? And Granddad can't tell the Doctor who she is or what she is and what's going on. The cactus people. Like, holy smokes. Like, a lot going on.
It wasn't only what he said, it was the way that he said it. That was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Delivery can make or break a joke. Said it before, but a lot to unpack. Wowzers. And how will the Doctor get out of this one?
This seems to be something too big for only the Doctor.
Yeah. Well, the Time Lords are coming back apparently somehow. So, led by Timothy Dalton, who I really like as an actor. Liked him in Penny Dreadful. And I'm liking him currently in Doom Patrol, which eventually one year I will get back to. He was also Bond, but he's done much better things. I think it's very cool that the Ood convergence touched Donna still because of what happened. So subconsciously, she was doing things to help the whole time. And because of all this, she can't be controlled by the Master.
Yes.
But now she's remembering. So it's unlocked. It's like, oh man, like there's so this end is like so much is going on.
She's already experiencing the effects of remembering only seconds after remembering.
Yeah. I hope this plays into the bigger picture of Donna being important, because that was one of my complaints from the season finale. And 4, it was like they built her up for the entire season to be this like, you were your most special person on the planet and you were born for a reason and all that stuff. And it was like, it's like we talked about, there was no payoff to it.
Well, we're getting it now.
Yeah, if this is it, awesome. Like if this is again playing the long game, I'm all for it.
Well, with the story being narrated as if it's speaking of a prophecy, well, and referring it as the end of days, the end of time, it does show that indeed she is really important.
So it just makes you wonder if the fact that she can't be controlled will aid the Doctor, if he can somehow save her without her burning up and dying. If that will come into play. But also it's being narrated by like King Time Lord guy. So they're watching this, they're Time Lords like the Doctor is, but then they're full regalia, not suits and boxes. There's a lot of pieces moving in this one. Like a lot of pieces moving. Super happy to see the Master back.
And in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Not only is he here, but either he replicated his consciousness or split his consciousness to everyone. And now they have all become him. I am wondering, though, does it mean then that whatever happens to this one person, then he, the Master Prime, will also know about it?
I would assume so, yeah. I assume that they're connected like that, yeah. Which we've seen before.
Oh, another hive mind.
Exactly, yeah.
He is everybody, and that means that he also has access to all of the resources on Earth.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's just the entire Earth is now the Master race, which well played.
I see what they did there.
billions upon billions of very handsome men walking around.
And all of them are after this one doctor now. How is he going to...
They're not after him. He's right there in the same room as the master.
Well, yes, meaning that if he tries to escape, there's no point in trying to escape because he'll then simply run into him. Oh, run over there? Well, you'll run into him. There's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Nowhere to run.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. True. But I still think that, and I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping that this Donna thing is the long game. Donna becoming that Time Lord human hybrid will have a payoff now. It's not just her memory is locked. Oh, well, you're screwed. Hopefully there's some kind of redemption for all the build they did on that character. If not, my point will still stand. I'm glad at least that it's being touched upon again, that it seems to, because she's the only one that didn't turn, other than Granddad, because he was in the thing. But of the humans, her and Granddad are the only two that are left that are themselves. And that has to be significant. And I like that. I like that we just didn't leave the Donna thing twisted in the wind, and it was like this sad thing like we did with Silence in the Library, when she saw the man she was married to for all those years, and he couldn't say her name, and no payoff to that.
Well, maybe the payoff is going to come now because she's going to have to save the universe again.
Yep, exactly. I'm hoping. Obviously, all it is right now for us is speculation, because there's just all these things going on that we there's just so many pieces of play. It's like, a figurative chessboard.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these pieces on the board, and it's like, okay, how are we going to move to get to the checkmate? And
there's so many different combinations, so many factors to take into consideration of what can and could and will happen.
Exactly, yeah. And then this mystery unknown of the Time Lords being back somehow. Whatever's going on Earth is just like child's play to them, it seems like, because they're like, more's at play here. I mean, not just Earth. There's here we are, the return of the Time Lord. So it's like,
yes, it's as if, well, if it's a locked event, then that could mean that it's a sign that time is being destroyed, along with the rest of the world.
But also
breaking down.
Yeah, and also the show likes to play with the notion of the end of things not being finality, just being stop, transition to something else, keep going. So if the end of time could just mean the end of this timeline, another timeline begins, which would be given, it's just a given anyway. Or the end of this time as what's going on with the Master, or they stop the end of time somehow, but it seems like it's an inevitability anyway. So it's just like, it's that chessboard. It's like, how are we moving, where are we going? I'm definitely interested to see what there's just a lot of pieces on the board, and I'm just really curious about how they're going to move things forward with everything going on, because there's just so much, as I've said many times. So sorry if I'm repeating myself, but it's just like, it's a lot to, it's like I feel like Donna right now. I'm like, I'm burning up. Not like I was a week and a half ago, though. That was horrible. Anything else you want to add? You want to go to the notes?
Let's go to the notes.
All right.
Philip's notes.
I will say I do wish that they hadn't put John Sims' name at the front of the credits during the intro. I was like, oh, I recognize his name as the Master. I thought I knew the Master was coming back. And I was like, that would have been so cool if they didn't. And you got to the end and you were like, and then he shows up, you're like, oh my God, the Master. Like, probably for you, it's like, oh God, the Master, wow. I was like, ha ha ha. It's Master, cool. Looking kind of cute. Many episodes back when the Master died, we saw that hand pick up the ring, and we were postulating about, who is that? And we thought maybe it was the wife. You said maybe it was the wife.
I thought that because of wearing red nail polish.
It turns out it was that lady, the cult lady.
Yes.
That was strange. We learned that if the Ood call you, get your ass to the planet of the Ood. Like, don't dilly-dally with your fucking lei and your hat and your... I'm not going to go on a tangent about Tennant's Doctor, but everything that's happening right now probably could have been averted, maybe, if he had maybe not gone to the no, just fucking the Ood call you. Ood Sigma shows up after you, and I hope that Waters of Mars actually has some consequences. He messed up a fixed point in time. We thought Ood Sigma was like punishment. Like, okay, you know, the bringer of death, that kind of thing. Instead, he was just kind of like, hey, come see us. We need to talk to you. He was like, you know, secretary, leaving a message. So I'm kind of like, on that. Like, I really wanted, like, it kind of like takes away from like the impact of seeing him, because I guess we just read it wrong. Which is fine, because we didn't know. Like, we take it as we get it, obviously, as we say all the time. To let anyone know out there who's like, that's not what that means. Well, now we know. So I'm hoping, like, that was such a big thing. It was such a good episode, and he messed with a fixed point in time. There has to be consequences. There has to be. Like, it can't just be, oh, hey, you did that and that's bad. Here, Ood Sigma needs to talk to you. Okay, you're going to go to all these stupid fucking places. Instead of going there, oh, look at this. You should have came ages ago when we called you, because this thing's going on. We need your help with it. But no, you had to fucking gallivant around the fucking cosmos. Although he could have read it wrong too, maybe. Maybe he thought, he's like, oh God, this is like, okay, he even said my death when Ood Sigma showed. So maybe I'm reading too much into it. I will own up to that, because it did just hit me that maybe he also thought what we thought, that it was, you know, him being summoned for punishment. So he's like, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go over here and here and here and here and here and here. I'm not going. Oh shit, I gotta go talk to Ood Sigma now. So I get it now. See, this is what happens when you talk out things out loud. Sometimes you're wrong, and then you correct yourself, like a weirdo, in real time. Yay! But overall, I do hope that what happened on Waters of Mars, I hope that whatever this death for the Doctor isn't because of what's going on with just the Master. I hope because he messed up a fixed point in time. That has to be important. It has to be. That lady killed herself because he messed up. Because he became Time Lord victorious. That has to go somewhere. It has to. It has to. If it doesn't, it will be a huge dropped ball, in my opinion. One of the biggest drop balls, plot-wise, of the series so far. And I wrote, no one has ever gone/dead. No one has ever gone/dead. Then there's this weird cult of Saxon.
Yes, I wasn't sure where they were going with that.
We give ourselves so Saxon may live. Okay, if I had to nitpick, the cult of Saxon was random as fuck. And then his powers. They were like, it was so like superhero-y. I like Saxon more as conniving, which he is. But we didn't need the skull thing. And I get he was burning himself. I get that. Totally understand it. But I just think the presentation of it could have been done different. I wasn't feeling it. Doesn't mean it was bad or wrong or anything like that. I'm just saying I did like the flying with the electricity and the bolts and Palpatine and.
I was wondering, well, if he can do that because he's a Time Lord, then, well, can the Doctor also do that? No? Well, then why not?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because the Doctor's not burning himself up. He's not burning his life force up. Maybe that's why he's able to live so long, because he doesn't. Maybe Saxon is just think of like a car, full tank of gas. If you speed really fast, you're gonna run out of gas really fast. But if you go at a slower pace, you're gonna have gas for longer. So.
That's one way to look at it.
And then if you speed in your car, you'll fly in the sky and then shoot electricity out of your hands and have Skeletor. Not digging that. Obviously didn't detract from the episode. The episode is like, holy shit. Like, if somebody's like, hey, you have to pick something you don't like, it would have been those things. Cult of Saxon, weird. Maybe there's more to that later on down the line we don't know about. Maybe it calls back to something we don't know about. Don't know. But as is right now, in the pocket of what we have. So when I've talked about many, many times, that there's a lot going on here. I wrote, we have the Cult of Saxon, the mystery British people who we found out was like the billionaire and his daughter, the granddad, Saxon, and then the lady from the church. Like, all these things are going on, like, and it's like, whoa. Like, there's a lot of juggling. And I like the line when Saxon says, the master of disguise stuck looking like the prime minister. That was cool. Like, he's stuck. He can't change his appearance. Not that I'd want him to. You might want to hand me that water, because apparently I'm really thirsty. Then the Doctor said a line that I was like, He says to Granddad, we keep meeting over and over again like something is connecting us. He said that same shit to Donna. And I'm like, don't go to this well. Unless there's going to be a payoff to it. Because we still don't know what's going on with Donna. I'm hoping there's a payoff to it. But did we need to revisit that again with Granddad? I don't know. Like, maybe it'll go somewhere. But as of right now, I'm just kind of like, we did something very similar with Donna just a few episodes ago. So we'll see. Maybe both of them are showing up over and over because he's like, you found me really quickly. People try for over and over and over and over. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I was like, Donna, yay, Donna's back. And then Timothy Dalton, King Time Lord, talking about the players took their final places. We have the Madman, who is Saxon, the Savior, of course, the Doctor, and the Idiots and Fools, which was the billionaire and his daughter. It's interesting to think about where is their place in this story. Because right now they're outside of it telling it. They're narrating it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how does their role fit in? It's going to be curious how they slot them in. One of my favorite scenes of this episode is when Saxon is like, can't you hear it, the drums? And Doctor says, no. And he's like, he grabs him and he puts his head to him. And then the Doctor hears it. I like that. Not only did the Doctor hear it, I love Saxon going, it's real. I love that scene because he's like, I'm not fucking crazy. And I like also that the sound of drums means something. He's like, what is that? What is in your head? So this is going somewhere. Like there's so much going on because there's so much going on. Like there's so many moving parts to this. It's like, to stick this landing with all this stuff. Okay, I want to see how it pays off. I hope that it pays off well. And then we had the two workers sneaking off. I thought we were going to revisit that one when the Cybermen and the two people snuck off to go have a little thing, and then the Cybermen was there like donate, and but no, they were cactus people. Apparently, Torchwood fell.
Yes, I would have wanted a little more detail on that.
Now is when all the people in the comments who are like, you guys need to watch Torchwood, are like, see, you should have watched Torchwood. You would know what's happening. One day we will get to Torchwood. Pray that the YouTube gods bless us with prosperity and subscribers and all that stuff. And we can do this full time and we can watch all the things we want to. We do. But as we said before, our time is so limited together, which is why we're doing this now. And I'm not healed yet. When we watch Torchwood in the future, we'll find out exactly, hopefully, how it fell. Please don't spoil it in the comments, please. Then we find out that the machine encourages cellular regeneration. And I was like, is this how the Doctor, like, does he like go into the machine, sacrificing his own identity to erase everything that the Master's done? Yeah. It would forcibly regenerate him.
That would be something.
That's my guess right now. I think the whole like wanting the daughter to be immortal thing is kind of I get it. He's a billionaire. Billionaires aren't good people. They don't want good things usually. We have many of them on this planet. Ain't none of them Batman. So come on, slackers. I guess just for me, I wanted more importance. Like it's just this random guy that we've never seen and his daughter. Like he loves his daughter so much he wants her to be immortal. So he gets his machine. Okay, and that's fine. It's for what it is.
I can see that, wanting that for one's child.
I wish the motivation played more into like. I guess I wish it didn't feel so random. But it makes sense. Like not everything has to tie back to something. There's so much shit in this episode that ties back to something. Like, so maybe it's good that it's random. Another time, like, again, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying like it just kind of came out of left field. I'm like, oh, that's why you have it. Oh, okay. All right. As always in this show, the music is phenomenal. I noticed it in the when the Doctor landed with Granddad and that whole exchange. The music was so good. It always is, but just sometimes I'll stop and I'll just listen to the music. But then I have to stop because if I keep listening to the music, I will like I'll lose focus on because I'm like, oh, this is really good. So music's good.
I wonder if that happens to the Master whenever he hears that it sometimes distracts him from.
Maybe whatever it is driving him mad. I do wonder because it's 4 beats, and the Doctor's death will come when it will knock 4 times. Are these related somehow? Does the Doctor?
It's a mystery to us.
If my hypothesis about the Doctor going into the machine, forcing regeneration, snowplow is true, then maybe the 4 knocks he hears before he dies, because he will have a link to all the Saxons. They all have to be hearing the drums. He's going to hear that 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, regenerate, save everyone. So maybe that's what it means.
And as far as we know, it could be because Athena is trying to poke a hole out of the Master's skull so that she can break free.
Or that. Which thing did you want to see happen? My idea or Justin's idea? Yours would be very like, what the hell?
It would be extremely random.
It would be, yeah. Not bad random, just like, okay, they went there. All right. And that is all for my notes. Everything else are from patrons over on Patreon. Wowzers. Just wowzers. I wasn't sure if we were going to finish part 2 tonight or wait until tomorrow, but I kind of think we have to.
We must.
Yeah, we've been waiting weeks for this, like, patient humans. Thinking the finale of the Christmas special 2009, The End of Time, part 2 is going to be next on the menu. Like, legitimately next on the menu, like minutes after this. All right, so I've just, like, so much happened here, as I've said a bunch of times. Maybe we missed something. Maybe something cool happened. I still haven't been reading the comments, unfortunately. I want to. I did start reading some on Medal Ceremony, and people are still spoiling stuff, so I have to go back to not reading comments. I'm sorry, because I would like to interact with everyone. Because people are so excited to talk about the show, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's talk about it. Even if we disagree, let's talk about it. I love conversation. So if we could converse again, that'd be great. I might have to find somebody a friend that's already seen the show to go through and weed out all the spoilers. So in the future, if you start seeing your spoilery comments deleted or gone, I found someone. Until then, I have to stay away, and I don't want to stay away. It sucks. I want to talk with everyone. But yeah, is there anything else you'd like to add about this particular episode?
No.
Okay. That's going to wrap this one up. We're going to go on to part 2. As always, I don't have a fancy outro. So simply say thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, it's possible if Satan can be in the world of Doctor Who, why not Athena?
He's got a point. He definitely has a point.